this a little bit. Let's talk about David Oldham has some information about how the legislature, Oklahoma legislature, is back again finding money. It's amazing how they don't have it when we need it, but then when they need it, they can find it. Finding money to balance the budget after the largest tax increase in Oklahoma history.
Yeah, well, actually, they're having trouble finding it. They've gone and already overspent to the tune of, I don't know how much, but they were complaining and coming out just before their break, saying that they are having budget difficulties yet again.
Wow.
And they have the as you mentioned, the largest tax increase in Oklahoma history. Actually, unconstitutional, every last bit of it. Now I've now realized, but nonetheless, they got the money. They then Governor Stitt wanted to reserve a large portion of that for rainy day and things like that, and they said, "Oh no, we can't do that. We gotta spend it." So they went and spent it, and therefore last year had an easy year. We had some Liberty wins because their minds weren't all worried about who they were going to tee off, and so we had an easy year legislatively last year.
Well, but Stitt did put more money into our reserve rainy day fund than any other.
I agree. I mean, it's not that he didn't do something, but he didn't get everything he wanted by a long stretch.
Right.
And so what happens now is just what those of us who were warning about this in the first place, what we warned about,
right.
And that is, this is step one. Wait a year or two, they will be back, and we weren't off by more than a month or two.
Right.
I mean, it's been a year and a half, and it's only the beginning of their session. I mean, we're right now in the midpoint, but we're into their session, and all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, we got problems."
Yeah.
And I mean, look, oil is down. And they are taxing oil producers to the point that oil producers now may not want to produce until the price comes up again,
right.
and partly to bring the price up. And now the Saudis are playing their hand and keeping the prices low so that we won't produce and this, that, and the other thing, and we'll go back to using them. So it's a whole cat and mouse thing, and OPEC's involved, and it's all because of government that we have these issues, and government is screwing it up left, right, and center. And it's like, when are we going to wake up and realize that they are not our friends?
Well,
realize
that.
I
thought the solution was expanding Medicaid and spending another $1 billion, right?
Right. Well, yes, and putting yet another burden on the system that we can't handle. Because again, with and I will, just Medicaid in the first place gripes me because it's completely illegal. It's stealing from the working people to give to others, a little less fortunate, and it's not voluntary in any stretch.
Right. Yep.
So that makes it unconstitutional. But the problem is that the feds compound the problem because they don't even have the right to delve into it, yet they are.
Yeah.
And then, and so they're doing it, but that money that everybody thinks is going to be around forever will only last a few years, and then it's going to go away, and the entire $1 billion is going to come crashing down on our children's heads for people to spend, because people want to spend it today. It will come crashing down on our children's heads.
See, if you're just now joining us, you're listening to David Oldham from constitutionalgrounds.com. I'm Tom E. McKay. Catch me on Twitter at Tom E. McKay. And, of course, David Van from Soonerpolitics.org.